Hey, it's Adam here, and you're watching The Culture Hack, where we're talking about how to create engaged workspaces that unlock the potential of your teams and drive your business forward in ways you've never seen. So stay tuned. Hello, and welcome to The Culture Hack. Today, I'm super excited because I have Trevor Stuart with me. He is an Everest climber, realtor, and public speaker. So how's that for all those things to have accomplished? So welcome, Trevor. Thanks so much for coming on.
Thank you very much. It's exciting to be here, Adam.
So tell me a little bit about all these things that you've done with your life. The Everest, the realty. Let's give us a recap of your story here.
Wow. Okay. Well, in 10 minutes, that's going to be tough. But I can honestly say that I'm 53 now. But when I was 37 years old, I became a big brother for big brothers and big sisters, and that really did change my life. I can say that it allowed me to spend time with a child once a week for 2 hours, make a difference in his life, and then it just opened up more doors. I found out that Big Brothers Big Sisters had a Climb for Kids sake that I could partake in and things like that. And so I was like, yeah, let me sign up. We'll create awareness for you and bring in some more funds, make it a fundraiser. And my focus went to helping me, helping the community I was in better. And I wanted to do my part. And so as it evolved, it took me to many different heights, so to speak. And it did elevate a lot of lives, that's for sure. So as I went down my journey, I found in the real estate business, I found that in order for me to train for all my climbs and do all the fundraisers, the training had to happen before I started work in the morning. And the fundraisers often happened in the evenings or on weekends. So I did find a way to fit it all in, and I went to climb Kilimanjaro in Africa for the first mountain, the first time. And that was in 2008. So I had 8 months of training and lots of awareness. And I fell in love with the feeling that I got from doing something so meaningful. And I became infatuated with it. And over the course of years to come after, then I was always thinking of different fundraisers and different ways I could help in the community. And by doing so, I became very, very, very connected in the community. I found there was lots of needs, and there was also lots of programs out there that I had no idea of, and I was able to share those with clients that I came across that said, oh, they've got a child like this or like that, and I'm like, oh, you should look up this program I heard. So there was a great way to stay relevant to my clients, and to keep them engaged, not only in my fundraising and all the momentum I had there, but in my real estate world. So they felt like they were part of something, and I just found it so meaningful. Yeah, so I'll stop there for a second, catch my breath, but
I love that. I love it. I love how you took inspiration that you found from mountain climbing, brought it to real estate and your community, and you actually do talks to businesses where you bring the same inspiration and talk to businesses about how to achieve their vision. Is that a fair statement?
Absolutely, yeah, that's absolutely right. On mindset, a lot of it is mindset, and helping companies see that mindset is more prevalent today in the business world ever since COVID. And people are, well, quite often less engaged. They're less likely to want to go into the office to work, those type of things. And a lot of this has to do with mindset and how companies have to shift their mindset so that their employees stay fully engaged in what their goals are and their ambitions. and it's fun to go in and talk, and just to see the audience come alive in my talk. And one of the things I talk about is when I was climbing Mount Everest, and I was on there's one rope that goes to the top, and there's all these people connected on the rope. And if one person stops ahead of you, say, somewhere up the line, you can't even see the person, but all of a sudden the people in front of you have all stopped. The danger of having that happen on Everest is you have to stay engaged and in a momentum upwards to stay warm, for one, to not die. You can become cold very, very, very quickly, and soon your efforts are nothing. You have to go down. So it's not getting you anywhere. So I talk about that to businesses is people depend on you to keep going. And if you can't keep going, then find a way around it, because the people that are depending on you, say for me, it's in real estate, right? So my clients are depending on me to help them find a home. But if I'm not constantly staying in the flow and keeping up my momentum, then I can quickly find myself just kind of lost. And as soon as I get lost with all the change that's happening in real estate, then my clients, how do I expect them to stay engaged and to stay with me on this journey up that what I call it is their home buying Everest? How do I expect them to stay engaged with me if I can't be the one to navigate around things on that come along? And I've always pointed in directions of leadership and being overtrained. It's okay to be overtrained, because when something comes up, like a storm on Everest or well, there's a lot of things I won't mention, but on Everest, but when things came up that would try to take me off the mountain and change my mind as to why I was there, and say, oh, I'm only climbing this for charity, it's not worth risking my life, I'm going home. Well, you know what? I was already there. I was already on the mountain. I was in that moment anyway. So I make a decision. Well, man, I'm here already. I've already spent 40 days here to this point, and maybe in another week, if I keep going, I'll reach the summit. And so mindset is totally everything. And being on Everest, there was lots of people up there just trying it out, see how high they could go, or they would make excuses really fast, say, oh yeah, no, that's too cold, not worth it, or they heard that someone in the camp had died. They're like, oh yeah, no, I don't want that to be me, I'm out of here. So I would say to them, well, didn't you think of all these things before you got here? Like, you knew the weather was not going to be ideal. You knew there was a chance of death. You knew that you had to train hard to get here. Like, why are you quitting now when you're so close? And I find people would just give up. And so I find engagement is number one. Keep your people engaged, and just really try to have that infectious, that contagious sense of being alive, and everyone below you on the line will feel that you're giving it your all. Everyone around you will feel you're giving it your all. And so I do a lot of talking about mindset and metaphors that I've learned from all my climbs. On Kilimanjaro, I've done that twice. And then I went to Everest Base Camp in 2010, went back in 2016 and summited Everest, and spent quite a bit of time in Bolivia, climbing mountains in Bolivia, and also scaled Argentina, or Aconcagua in Argentina as well. So it's been a life-changing experience, and knowing that I get all these wonderful experiences, and a lot of them are death defying and then scary and all. But when it comes time to talk to your clients, and they want you to be real, they want to see the real you, they want to see and hear how it's going, what it's looking like. So I always say, make it really fun, make it relevant, and they will believe in you because you're walking the walk and not just talking the walk, if you put it that way. But yeah.
No, I love that idea of knowing why you're here and how important that mindset is, right? I mean, you dream for something or wish for something like, climbing a mountain or building a business or whatever it is in your life. Actually, having that come true can be far more terrifying than, all the wishing and hoping leading up to that. So if you don't know why you're there when it comes to that time, what are you going to do? Right?
Yeah, that's right. And I like what you just said about building a business, because I find that is very often an Everest to anyone building a business. It's their personal Everest, and not quitting when the times get tough, finding a way around it and to keep going. And I think that was a key thing there, building a business. That's hard to do in today's world. A lot of people since COVID have been laid off, and they're looking for new ways to survive, make a living, raise their family, pay their bills, and they're trying something brand new. They've never done it before, and they're scared, they're terrified, and they find themselves on this crazy business mountain that's full of different ideas and people trying to convince them to get off the mountain, or yeah, no, that mountain's not for you, try this mountain. And then they're like, whoa, what other mountain? I'm on this one right now, I can't get off this one and go to that one. But some people do literally quit, go down the line, jump on a helicopter, and they're out of there. And the thing of it is if they don't give it their all, then their summit is never achieved. And some of the people that I met that were quitting were so close to the top, so close. It's like, really? Like, well, yeah, my hands are getting a little bit cold and I don't think I should go any further. I want to keep my digits. Like, yeah, okay. I said, like, can you feel them? Oh yeah, I can feel my digits. They're just getting cold. So they quit at that point, and yet the summit was right there. So a lot of times, if you can be that voice and you can encourage them to keep going just a little bit more, then suddenly everything opens up. That storm on Everest can leave, their personal storm can be gone, and then it's bright lights ahead. They can see the summit in clear day. The wind is gone, the sun's starting to warm you up. It's a different feeling, and it's super important to have that person behind you or someone in your corner to keep on encouraging you to keep on going.
I love that. And an Everest mindset. Well, thank you so much, Trevor. I really appreciate your inspiration and your wise words. I feel inspired now. Like the rest of the week, I need to go and
go and do great things.
do great things, right?
So I'll leave you with this though, Adam. What's your Everest? That'll leave you with that.
Ooh, deep question. I'm gonna have to ponder that now, right?
That's right.
I love it.
Yeah.
What's your Everest? All right. Well, thanks, Trevor. I really appreciate it. And if anyone out there is watching or listening, go do great things. And same question. What's your Everest? Right?
Love it.
Hey, thanks for watching The Culture Hack. Do you want to chat culture and engagement? Give us a call and come on the show.